welcome. Using AutoCAD, we are going to draw this object, shift lever. So basically, the commands that are used over here are the circles and arcs, and a few basic center lines. There are going to be three layers used: center line, the object layer, and a dimension layer. Go ahead and open your template with layers, and then save as. Drawing 21, and then go to model space. So this is the drawing. We are going to start with semicircle, two semicircles joined by two vertical lines, and then create the set of these two circles followed by the small circle and these arcs. To start your drawing, it's a good idea to start at a specific point, and we are going to start at 20, 20 using center layer and a straight line. It's 20, 20, and then have your ortho on to maintain a straight line. The first line is 5.5 to the right, horizontal line, and since it's zoomed out, you can zoom extent over here. Then offset that line by 1.25. And then another center line that you can make it about 3 units long. Go to the object layer and draw your circle, and this is going to be a center diameter circle, and make it 0.76. Then draw a vertical line and make sure your quadrant snap is on over here. This one is checked, and snap to the quadrant of the circle and go up 1.25. And then you can do copy or you can mirror. You can copy this to the right, and now use trim command to trim the top part of the circle. And now we can mirror this semicircle on the other side by clicking on the midpoint of this line. Click no to erase source objects because we want to keep the source object, which is this semicircle. And now the outer circle radius is given, so we're going to use the circle with center radius. Let's type 0.75 for radius. I would extend this line to this quadrant, and then select this line and then trim. So then it's going to trim the whole lower part of the circle. Now we can use the mirror command to mirror this on the midpoint of this line. Click no, and then join those two semicircles with vertical lines. Now the distance between the circle and this line is 2.75, so we're going to use offset command and then type 2.75 for vertical distance from this horizontal line above. And at the end of this line is the center for the next circle. And that diameter is given, so we'll select center diameter circle, and that is 0.75. And for the outer circle, diameter is 1.5. We are going to use center layer to draw a vertical line passing through this circle. And that is a reference line, so the distance doesn't matter as long as you have about 2 units long. Now there is a horizontal distance between this circle and the proposed circle that we are going to make, and the offset for that is 3.4. So offset this vertical line to the left, and this horizontal line we need to offset 1.25 upward. So offset 1.25, enter, click on this horizontal line and click above that line. That gives us the center of the third circle that we need to draw, and the diameter for that is 0.5. So now you can change the layer of this to object, or you can match properties. Click on the proposed and then click on this existing, and that will match property to the one that you just clicked before that. Then there is an outer circle, and this time radius is given, so you're going to select center radius circle. And the radius is 0.56. Now there is an arc that connects this circle to this semicircle, and it's about in the center of these two quadrants. And there is just visual reference, there is no dimension given, so we are just going to visually connect. And it's a little bit to the right, no dimension given, so we are going to use that visual cue. And the arc that we are going to use to connect that is going to be start and radius. This is where we are going to start, which actually happens to be the tangent of the circle. And then I'm going to use the nearest snap to click in the center of those two quadrants. And then if you drag your mouse, you will see the arc forming, and at this time you're going to type radius 6 and press enter. The second arc is connecting between the left and lower quadrant, like 45 degrees this way, and a little bit below this quadrant. So we're going to use the same arc, start and radius. And then the radius for this arc was 4.2. And then there is an additional fillet of radius 1. So we're going to use fillet command and then type radius, type 1, click on this outer circle and this arc. So that smooths that out. So we're going to just fill out command and then click on radius, type 0.38, enter, click on the circle and this arc. Then click on the circle and the other side. You can extend this arc all the way there. And then if you click on these two arcs first and then click on trim and trim this part of the circle. That's how we wanted it. So now the drawing is done, but we need to clean it up. We can trim beyond this line. Vertical, we can also trim. Can leave over this tall. And this line, we only need to have it passing through this circle. And then we can also stretch it down to the size that we like to have. And this horizontal line, we just need to show passing through the small circle, and it could be reduced. So all this is just to make sure drawing look cleaner. Now that drawing is complete, you're going to go to your layout tab. Make sure your viewport is on depth points so it doesn't print in PDF when we plot to PDF, or we just make the PDF. So you want to double click inside the viewport and click on zoom extents. And now you want to give it a scale. It seems like the scale needs to be between 1 to 1 and 1 to 2. So we're going to create a custom scale. Click on add. Name appearing in scale list is going to be 1.5. 1 to 1.5. And then paper units 1 to 1.5. Click OK and OK. Now let's select our scale. Okay, so this is suitable for our purposes. And now you can lock that viewport. Now double click outside the viewport and then go to the dimension layer. Now you're going to add dimensions. Linear dimension. In the given drawing, we have 2 decimals, and over here we have none. So you're going to type dim style and then modify primary units and precision 0.00. And make sure your text size is 0.125 and symbols and arrows also 0.125. Click OK and close. That looks alright. Then you have radius for this arc. radius for this one, radius for this one, radius for this one, and you will see the center of that arc is marked over here. Radius for this one, radius for this arc, and then diameters for the circles. Try to group all the dimensions whenever possible and stack them vertically. And diameter for this smaller circle. And over here, rather than diameter or radius for this, the given dimension was a linear dimension, and that's how you knew that that was the diameter, because that was the diameter for this. Then there was this linear dimension, center this circle, vertical dimension between the center and the center. If you have any overlap in dimensions, it's better to move that away. Now in this situation, we can improve this by double click, go to model space, and bring that so that your dimension lines, extension lines don't intersect. And then two more dimensions, vertical dimensions between these two. Double click outside to come back to layout, because I was in model space. Vertical is 1.25 and horizontal from the center to centers. And that's all the dimensions. Last and not the least, you're going to rename update your title block by naming the drawing. This one is drawing 21, and scale was 1 to 1.5. Backspace, to add dates. And backspace as needed so that your text is within the border. Click outside, and that's your drawing. And now you're going to click on this arrow next to the a AutoCAD icon, and export PDF. Drawing 21 PDF and save. And to plot to PDF, you're going to click here and click on AutoCAD PDF high quality print. And for paper, ANSI full blade A11 by 8.5. You're going to click on window, click on the lower left corner and then upper right corner of the rectangle, and then make sure you preview. And as you can see that it doesn't show the def points, the viewport, and that's how it should be. And then you click OK, and that creates the PDF and it saves under documents. So those are two different ways to make PDFs. And this one is also how to print. You're done.